and welcome to Me Plus Recovery Get Ready from Convatec. I'm Sarah Russell, clinical exercise specialist and rehab Pilates teacher, and I've lived with a stoma myself since 2010. In this short video, I'll show you some simple exercises that you can do before or after your stoma surgery. These movements are for everyone. They're simple, gentle, and designed to be done in preparation for your operation or to get ready for starting the full Me Plus Recovery program. These techniques are an essential part of your readiness for surgery and recovery afterwards, regardless of when you had your surgery. They will help restore the function of your core muscles, diaphragm and pelvic floor, and form the foundations before you progress to any other exercises. We'll be focusing on simple muscle activation and breathing techniques. It's important you watch this video carefully and take your time to learn the exercises so you're doing them correctly. You may need to go through them a few times and learn the nuances and subtleties of each movement. Your stoma nurse should also be able to help you and take you through them. Just take your time and tune into your body. The first thing we're going to do is an exercise called intentional rib breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. You can do this on the floor or you can do it in your bed, or I'm going to also show you how to do it sitting in a chair later on. So the first thing to do is we're going to come down to the floor. So you might want a small cushion or a folded towel ready just so you're comfortable to pop it underneath your head. It's important to come down sideways, particularly if you're just newly post-operative. So come down onto your side. So we come down, bringing our weight down on our side until we're down on our side, our head is on the floor, and then we roll over onto our back. And we just lie in a really relaxed position on our back. So our feet are flat on the floor and our knees are bent. So what we're going to do is imagine that our ribs are like an umbrella. And what this movement and exercise technique does, it just starts to connect the diaphragm, the core muscles and the pelvic floor all back together. So we're going to imagine the ribs are like an umbrella, and what we're going to do is we're going to feel the ribs open and close. When we've just had surgery, it's really common to breathe into the sort of upper chest, and what happens is then the diaphragm isn't functioning correctly, so we need to retrain that to happen. So place your hands around your rib cage with your thumbs at the back and your fingers at the front. And you're going to completely relax. And make sure you relax your shoulders. You don't sort of hitch them up. Relax your shoulders, hands around your ribs. Or if you feel more comfortable, just place your hands on the top of your ribs. We want to feel that actual rib movement of them opening. So we're going to take an inhale through the nose. So we're breathing in. And you'll feel the ribs open up, and then we're going to exhale through the mouth and feel the ribs close back down again. Let's just practice that a few times. So we inhale through the nose, feel the ribs open wide, exhale, and start to feel the ribs pull down and connect. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. And on this next one, I want you to feel like you're almost trying to connect that bottom rib down to your pelvis. So we're starting to pull the rib down towards the lower part of your body, and you'll feel like the muscles wrapping around the lower part of your abdomen, and you'll just feel everything start to join up. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, into the ribs, like an umbrella opening. Exhale. Ribs close down and start to feel them just come a little closer down towards the pelvis. So you can practice that as often as you like. It's an intentional breathing exercise. So we can do it in this position on our back, and we can also do it in a chair. So again, place your hands around your ribs, fingers at the front, thumbs at the back. And we're going to get that feeling of opening up like an umbrella and closing down. You'll be able to see that with my hand movement. So breathe in through the nose, expand the ribs, exhale. And you can see my hands come back together. So we breathe in through the nose, exhale, Good. And so you're not kind of coming into your chest or your belly. It's very much a lateral movement, and we're starting to get this diaphragm working with the rest of our core muscles. So again, place your hands around your ribs, fingers at the front, thumbs at the back. And we're going to get that feeling of opening up like an umbrella and closing down. You'll be able to see that with my hand movement. So breathe in through the nose, expand the ribs, exhale. And you can see my hands come back together. So we breathe in through the nose, exhale. Good. And so you're not kind of coming into your chest or your belly. It's very much a lateral movement, and we're starting to get this diaphragm working with the rest of our core muscles. Okay, so the next thing to work on is connecting up our deep internal core muscles. So what happens after surgery is these muscles often sort of switch off, for want of a better description, and what we need to do is kind of get them to sort of be reactivated and to reconnect with our body and our breathing. So I want you to imagine you've got a deep sort of band of sort of like a sash wrapped around your deep abdominals, around your lower part of your body. You're going to place your hands on your tummy. Maybe even if you want to just put your fingertips just on the inside of your hips. So find your hip bones and just come in a couple of inches. So what we're feeling for is a muscle called the transverse abdominis, a really deep core muscle. And we want to start to actually feel that with our fingers. We want to feel it contract and tighten up a little bit. We're going to do that with the breathing. So we're going to continue with the breathing and start to connect lower down here at the end of the exhale. So just take our time. It can be a little bit tricky to get this to begin with, but once you get it, it really starts to come. So we take our inhale, not so deeply into the ribs more, just a natural wave of breath in. And then exhale. And at the end of the exhale, I want you to imagine that you're tightening up this belt that's wrapped around the lower part of your tummy. And you might feel the muscles underneath your fingertips, just on the inside of your hip bones. Let's do that again. So we take our breath in, and we breathe out. Pulling the ribs down just softly, and feel like you're tightening up this lower belt. Let's do that again. Inhale, and then exhale. And we're tightening up this belt around the lower tummy, a couple of notches, or if you want to imagine you're pulling your these two hip bones together as if you're closing a book. Let's just do that one more time. And have your fingertips just on the inside of your pelvis, so you can maybe even feel that muscle. Inhale, exhale, and tighten it up. And you'll start to feel the pelvic floor drawing in a little bit as well. So this deep transverse abdominis and the pelvic floor and the diaphragm work together as a unit, and we need to get them working together. So the exhale is a super important part of that. Now let's do exactly the same thing, but we're going to do it on our side. So come over onto your side, keep your head down. I'm going to stay comfy on our side. You might even want another cushion, or just use your arm like a cushion to hold the weight of your head. And you're going to place your hand on your lower tummy. So this is ideal to be done. You can do this in bed, just lying on your side, and you can practice this over and over again just to get this connection. So this time we're going to take our inhale, and as we inhale, you'll naturally feel your belly sort of soften. Because you're on your side, it will feel slightly different. So your tummy softens and it moves away from you. And then we're going to exhale, and we're going to draw the tummy in away from your hand. So we do our inhale, and then we exhale. And you can see my hand drawing in, and my belly is moving, pulling in and moving away from the floor. So we inhale to soften, and we exhale to draw back. And you can see my belly moving. Inhale to soften. We don't want to bulge it out and push it out. We want to just feel it soften. And then exhale. And draw that in. We'll do it one more time. Bring a bit of awareness to the ribs. So as you exhale, you feel that rib connection just pull down. Inhale to soften the belly. Exhale. Pulling the ribs down, pulling the tummy away from the floor and feeling your hand come in towards your spine. And we can also do that exercise sitting in a chair. So place your hands on your lower tummy. And we're going to, as we breathe in, we're going to allow your tummy to just soften into your hands. So it's not bulging or pressing out, it's just a softening. So we breathe in, and your belly just softens into your hands, and then you exhale, and you're drawing this lower tummy away from your hands, drawing it inside, connecting up with this deep muscle. Inhale to soften, and exhale, and draw that tummy in, keeping your shoulders relaxed and everything relaxed. So you can practice these techniques before your operation or as soon as you feel ready after your surgery, but be guided by your body. They will help you recover faster and feel stronger. But this get ready phase is just the beginning. From here, you need to start the full Me Plus recovery program, which is exercises to take you through the first few weeks after surgery and beyond. The Me Plus recovery program will help you reduce your risk of hernia, to feel stronger, and to get back to living your life doing the things you love.